You'll have to count me out. You're gonna have to count me. You'll have to count me. I wanna be with my girlfriend. You have to. Oh, my bad, y'all. Forgot I was making a video, man. The Detroit Lions wind up making an unexpected roster move out of nowhere. You can see from the thumbnail and banner that the Detroit Lions brought in a player to probably compete at that wide receiver position. Coming from the Detroit Lions, Twitter says the Lions have signed wide receiver Ronnie Bell to a future reserve contract. So the Lions decide to bring in a new addition. You see what I did? A new addition, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike. Never mind. You got to be born in the 70s or 80s to even know what I'm talking about. But maybe it was too soon to count him out. Okay, all right. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself, man. I couldn't help myself. What does this mean? Is this a big deal? Not really. I mean, we're bringing in a guy for probably that's going to be wide receiver competition as well as competition for a punt returner. I don't think Khalif Raymond's contract is up. Remember, he was extended for a certain amount of time, making him the highest paid punt returner in the National Football League at the time of that extension. But I like this move because I don't know if you guys could see this. You probably couldn't see it from the TV broadcast, but for those of us at the stadium, during that Washington Commanders game, they refused to really punt or kick to Khalif Raymond. What they would do, and so what happens is Craig Reynolds and Khalif would, before the kick, they would switch and they would try to confuse. And I was like, what are they doing? They would run to the opposite side, and Washington always kicked to Craig Reynolds. And because of that, our punt return yardage wasn't that good. So this guy could also be kind of a fighting for a wide receiver, a roster spot as well. Don't forget that we do not have Allen Robinson. He's no longer part of the roster. Tim Patrick is no longer part of the roster. I do think that they're going to re-sign Tim Patrick to a 1, maybe a 2-year deal, but this could just be kind of a special teams thing because I think that outside of Khalif Raymond and when he went down, we had an issue when it came to return yardage. Let's take a look at what he was able to do this year. Not much. I mean, and surprisingly, he played in a ton of games. He's got 2 receptions for 22 yards, drafted by the San Francisco 49ers, 20 in the 7th round, 53rd pick. Now, I thought he was drafted before Antoine Green, but I think he was drafted after Antoine Green. But I remember watching this draft, and Ronnie Bell kept falling and falling and falling and was sitting on the board. And I was like, man, I wouldn't mind if we took him Michigan. Remember watching him play in Michigan and came out in 2023. Didn't really do much. 17 games in 2023, has 6 receptions for 66 yards and 3 touchdowns. So, I mean, you're talking about out of his 6 receptions, half of them were touchdowns. So maybe he had potential, just was not being used in the right way. You've got Brandon Ayuk over there. You got Jawan Jennings who came alive, and maybe and then they drafted Ricky Pearsall this year. Then this year, 9 games, 2 receptions, so not much there. I thought he was waived or something like that. I think he was cut or waived and then put back on the practice squad. And I remember teams that were on practice squads became available when their season ended and they could be signed by other teams. Now, here is Ronnie. I almost called the brother Ronnie Bell. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Yeah, his name is Ronnie Bell. Man, but I'm thinking in terms of new addition, man. Y'all got to forgive me. Oh, Lord. Ben Johnson still got me feeling some type of way. Here is his overview of the Michigan man, displaying the competitive spirit and work ethic expected inside the program. Bell made it back in 2022 after sustaining an ACL tear in 2021. But he still looked a little passive, getting in and out of breaks at times. His surprisingly low contested catch total is a bit deceiving, as the tape shows some incredible near catches at challenging angles. So his ball skills are a strength. He can catch what is thrown to him, but might need to do it against zone or with with help from a scheme, as he potentially lacks the separation trait to get open consistently on the next level. His strengths: came back from a 2021 ACL tear with a productive season, intensely and competitive shine on tape, possesses above average ball skills, makes well-timed leaps and catches with strong hands, able to make athletic adjustments in air, sticky, aggressive run blocking stands out. This right here is why he could be more than just a punt returner. This is a big deal. I'm not saying he's going to make the team like because he's part of the 90-man roster right now. He still has to make the 53 or the practice squad. But this, watch out for that. Now, what about his weaknesses? Might need scheme help to uncover in the pros, but that was 2 years ago. Won't scare man coverage with his route speed. Lacks suddenness to elude tight man coverage. Gears down through route turns, losing momentum. Below average run after the catch acceleration. So he's nothing special. Not like a Jamison Williams where he can burn, but I'm not going to put I'm not going to put anything past somebody that's coached up in our coaching staff. And we've got Antoine Randall L., and I think one of the best to do it. Got a Super Bowl. He can coach somebody up. I'm going to give anybody who we sign a chance. Yeah, as long as you don't have an injury. And you know what? I take that back. I'm going to give anybody a chance because Tim Patrick, I was very hard on him, and he wound up balling out of control. The only thing I need for Brad Holmes to do is not get an injured player on the defensive line. No more Marcus Davenports and no more Emmanuel Mosleys. Those are the two things. Just please, if you can help it, Brad, do not do that. That would be outstanding. But Ronnie Bell is part of our team. Don't forget, he is part of the 90-man roster. He still has to either make the 53, or if he doesn't make the 53, be signed to the practice squad. So welcome back, Michigan man. He's not a Michigan man, but he played in Michigan. So, to me, he's a Michigan playing man. Whether you're born or raised here, whatever the situation, you play in Michigan, you're a Michigan man. So let me know what you think about the new addition. Sorry, y'all. The new addition, Ronnie Bell. I wonder, does he know? Did he bring any other group with? I'm sorry. I can't help myself. I cannot help myself. If you hear Ronnie Bell, you instantly think new edition. Anyway, this channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. Because you watch this channel, I get to do what I do. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Because you could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You can never, ever, ever count me out. Okay. All right. I'm gone. I wanna be with my girlfriend.